From Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
Good evening, I'm Abby Avers.
And I'm Zach Sexton. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News.
Iran has a new supreme leader, the son of the previous leader, Ali Khamenei, who was killed by airstrikes at the start of the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran. He's Mojtaba Khamenei, someone U.S. President Donald Trump previously said would be unacceptable as leader. Khamenei's installment is viewed by some experts as an act of defiance by the regime due to this statement. Trump also said on social media platform X that there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender.
Pain at the pump is being felt across the U.S. and world. The average price for a gallon of gas now stands at $3.48 in the United States. That's a jump of 17% since the war in Iran started slightly more than a week ago. No relief is in sight as the price of oil jumped above $100 per barrel Sunday. That increase is likely to be felt at gas stations starting Monday. Retail gas prices tend to move less on weekends because the wholesale gas markets are closed. It's also not just the cost of filling up that is impacted. Higher fuel costs trickle through the economy and raise prices on just about everything that has to be transported.
Well, it was a very windy day outside today. Elijah, are we going to have a break from any of that anytime soon?
It does seem like we're going to have a little bit of break. Elijah DePono with your first look at weather. As we head outside, we can see that we have our mostly sunny 80 degrees outside, wind going south-southwest with at 17 miles per hour. Right, we have the humidity at 44%. It feels like 82 degrees out there. It's truly a great day to go outside, maybe walk the dog, drive your car, roll the windows down, or just be outside and be a Bronco. As we look at the allergy index, it's a little dicey. With the trees being the highest we're going to see throughout this time, it's going to be over high into the extreme level, but we're going to see the grass a little bit lower than you're used to. But the weed and mold are going to be neck and neck in the medium. So if you do have any allergies, it's going to be a tough season for y'all. Welcome to spring. We'll look through the spring tornado predictions. In the beginning of the year, we have predicted what kind of tornadoes we're going to have or what kind of storms we might have, with March being predicted to have around 100 storms, April being a little bit higher, up to 200 storms, and with May being the top with 250. All right. If we look ahead, we're going to see that we have sunny temperatures coming up, sunny week temperatures coming up. We have thunderstorms during the weekday. All right. We're going to have weekend highs of 80 degrees. We're going to have as well clear night skies. And a little fun fact for y'all. All right. Spring break's coming up. It's coming up soon. All right. So I'll ride back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Elijah. Governor Kevin Stitt has declared a state of emergency for 8 Oklahoma counties after severe storms moved through the state earlier this week. The declaration includes Alfalfa, Okmulgee, Grant, Major, Creek, Rogers, Tulsa, and Wagner counties. Stitt posted on social media saying the team at Oklahoma Department of Emergency Management is working quickly to assist these communities and evaluate all damage. The order lasts 30 days and allows state agencies to quickly send resources and assistance to communities recovering from the storms.
John Kilpatrick Turnpike has been undergoing construction since Monday, February 23rd. I sat down in studio with the marketing manager of the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority, and this is what she had to say about the ongoing construction. I'm here with Jessica Lyle, the marketing manager with the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority. Jessica, how'd you get your start with the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority coming from being a UCO graduate?
Sure. So thank you for having me here today. I've been at the Turnpike Authority almost 3 years. I have a long history with my career of working in the public sector. I did about 12 years with the city of Edmond here locally in the municipality world. And so when I left there, I thought I have a very public servant's heart, so I really love working the public sector. And so there was a job opening at the Turnpike Authority, and I took a shot, and I never looked back. And I love what I do, and every day is new. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to be doing what I'm doing there.
A big construction project that the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority is undertaking is the construction on John Kilpatrick Turnpike. What's the main goal of that construction right now?
Yeah, sure. So the John Kilpatrick Turnpike is actually one of our fastest growing turnpikes on our network across the state. And so with that, we are widening that first section of that first leg of the John Kilpatrick Turnpike out on the west side of the metro to 6 lanes to help with all of the development and growth that is taking place out there. On average, we see about 76,000 1,000 vehicles that drive that stretch of the west side of the John Kilpatrick Turnpike. And so we are just answering that call to that growth. With the new 6-lane, we will be able to have wider shoulders for safety. Our shoulders are going to be widened to about 11 foot. We'll have new 12-foot lanes on both sides, going both east and westbound. And so that's really the main goal, is to answer the call of the growth out there and also make it safer for the traveling public.
When is the project expected to be completed, and is the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority still on track with that timeline?
Yeah, so the certain project that we're talking about currently started about a week ago. Right now, the work zone is still being set up. We have laid out new striping for lane shifts, and we're putting up barrier walls so construction workers can work safely. We are widening to the inside, to the median, and so once that's complete, there'll be a concrete barrier wall that will take place there once there's widened to the 6-lane. We are on track as far as it started, since it's a fairly recent start. Weather always takes a play into all of our work zones and construction. There will be some ramp closures and stuff that were supposed to happen this week, but because of the impending weather, they have been delayed until probably next week, when we can get those resituated back up when the weather clears out.
What upcoming projects does the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority have besides just John Kilpatrick?
Yeah, so this corridor is actually getting a significant amount of investment starting in 2026. Almost $100 million will start 2 more projects in conjunction with what we just discussed with the widening between Wilshire and just north of 122nd. Those other ones will be a partial interchange at the Council Road off-ramp there, and then also at County Line we're creating an interchange and some partial turnarounds to help with some additional traffic that's out there, all while 6-laning the entire way all the way up to MacArthur. So if you travel the JKT or the John Kilpatrick frequently, you know around the MacArthur area it does widen out to 3 lanes. So that is exactly what it will look like, just going back to the west all the way up to the Wilshire exit there. So lots of work happening, coming soon. A lot of this is slated to be wrapped up by the spring and fall of next year. So we try to keep our construction projects within a year-ish time frame, so we can get the motorist back to traveling at normal speeds and getting them to where they need to go.
Where can drivers find out more information about this construction?
Our construction right now, the construction that's happening on the John Kilpatrick is part of our long-range plan with Access Oklahoma. If drivers want more information, we have a couple resources. AccessOklahoma.com is where they can find all of the information about what is happening, the widening, the interchanges, everything that's happening there. Also want to encourage people to follow us on all of our socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, YouTube, you name it. They can find us there at Oklahoma Turnpike Authority. And then our Drive Oklahoma app will actually can be downloaded and give live traffic updates and road conditions, whether it be just everyday travel or even during inclement weather like snow and ice.
Well, Jessica, thank you so much for joining us in studio today, and thank you for all of your answers.
Yeah.
Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Zach. With new developments in technology, intervening in active shooter threats on school campuses can be done in a faster and safer manner.
Sapulpa Public Schools partnered with Campus Guardian Angel to learn more about safety drones. Now the company is offering a new safety service that would allow drones to confront active shooter situations.
And we have more people, students, faculty that are not getting hurt, that aren't dying, and that's the name of the game.
Glenn Coffey is the Sapulpa Public Schools Safety and Security Director. He tells me he's excited to see the ways new technologies are developing to promote safety at schools.
All times, throughout the entire year, we're always talking about security. What can we do to improve? What's out there? So we're continually looking at different options.
Christoph Oborski is Campus Guardian Angel's Director of Tactical Operations. He says the company is currently in a pilot phase, working with schools in Florida and several other states to test the technology.
These are pieces of plastic that are expendable. We can easily send new ones to the school to replace them. There's no human life attached.
Oborski says the drones are controlled remotely in Austin by trained professionals. Each drone is stored on site at the school, so when a threat is triggered, the response can happen in seconds.
Our drones have two-way communication with the shooter. If he is not shooting, we can take a little time, try to communicate with him, convince him to drop his weapon. If he is actively trying to target children, we will deliver pepper spray through a gel-based form, or we will hit him with a kinetic strike from the drone itself.
Campus Guardian Angel also offers an app for law enforcement, parents, and teachers to see live feeds from the drones, allowing communities to verify safety from farther away.
Well, Elijah DePona will have our full look at weather after the break.
It's time to explore, to come out and play. Our city is waiting, so what do you say? Whether daytime or nighttime, the right time is now. Finding those moments to make you go wow. Amazing new places to fit every mood. Shopping and dining. Did we mention the food? There are green parks and ballparks and water parks too. Museums, attractions, and also a zoo. The modern frontier is the friendliest place. Now is the time for your dreams to be chased.
It's the Roadway Replay.
Time for the lightning round, Brian. Let's rewind your drive to work. How far did your car travel while you checked your phone? 20 feet, 100 feet, the length of a football field?
100 feet.
Oh, sorry, Brian. In just 3 seconds on the highway, your car traveled the length of a football field.
Distracted driving? It's no game.
Hi there, Elijah DePona with your full look of weather. Let's head outside. It's going to be 80 degrees out there, mostly sunny. We got a south-southwest wind going 17 miles per hour. The humidity is around 44%. It feels like 82 degrees out there. I've heard it feels almost 85 degrees. It's truly a great day to be outside with a t-shirt and some shorts just to enjoy the day. We look through the entire state. We'll be able to see that we peak out 89 degrees. But up there in Guyman, we have 84. Woodward right beside it with 85. Enid as well with 84. We're going to see through the entire state. We're going to be in mid to high 80s. The lower part of the states, the southern part of the states being at 90, with Lawton and Altus being at 93 as well. If we look through tonight, we'll see that we are going to settle around 66 degrees. With up there in the northern part of the state, Enid with 61, Ponca City at 66. Go back there to that panhandle at 45. And the lower part of the states, the southern part of the states are going to be a little bit more heated, with Ardmore at 65, Altus at 61, and over here in McAllister at 69. If we look through tonight, I should say, we're gonna settle, like I said, around 66, 65 degrees out there, partly cloudy with a south wind going 13 miles per hour. The humidity is gonna drop just a bit to 23%. The cloud coverage is going to be big though, 42% cloud coverage, and that's something we're gonna see throughout the entire week. We look through tomorrow, we're gonna have a peak of 80 degrees out there, and Woodward around 84 degrees. Back up there in that panhandle, 84 as well. The higher part of the state, the northern part of the state, being a little bit hotter than the southern part of the states for once, with Ardmore at 77 degrees and Altus around 84 degrees as well. We look through tomorrow, we're going to see that we start the day around 66 degrees, cool 66 degrees, but as we keep moving, we're going to see thunderstorms. Yes, Tuesday is going to be the only weekday we have with storm warnings, around 55% chance of rain. And we're going to peak around 80 degrees out there, and we're going to end the day around 75 degrees. Look through the entire week, we're going to see that today we start out with a cool 89 degrees, but if we keep moving, we're going to see that we hit 80 degrees on Tuesday, stormy, Tuesday as well. As we look through the entire week, sun galore all the way to the weekend, which is going to be a beautiful weekend, and we're going to get right back into the week. But I have a quick question for y'all up there in the desk. Next week is spring break. What do y'all plan to do with it?
Well, I'm going to Marlow, Oklahoma this weekend to go camping, and hopefully that 80 degrees is true in Marlow as well. Abby?
Yeah, well, my roommates and I are going to Texas because one of my roommates is from there. So send me your Buc-ee's orders if anybody wants anything. Thank you, Elijah. Coming up, pop star Rihanna's mansion was shot at while at home yesterday evening.
And Harry Styles has released his 4th studio album. I have your social media update after the break.
Rugged, rough, built for the road ahead. Sometimes I feel like a shell of a man.
Commercials are fake. What you're feeling isn't. Call or text 988, Oklahoma's mental health lifeline.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move forward, daily living the Bronco way, being reflective of our neighborhood, community, history, and Oklahoma. This is what has made us who we are. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the 3rd largest university in Oklahoma. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Hello Broncos, I have your Monday social media update. Pop star Rihanna appears to be okay after someone shot at her mansion while she was home Sunday. That's according to police officers and other sources. The LAPD says a 30-year-old woman has been arrested. Investigators believe she fired multiple shots from a car in broad daylight. It's unclear if Rihanna's partner and children were home at the same time. Staying on topic with music stars, a testimony in a Los Angeles courtroom wrapped up Monday in the trial over the renovation of rapper Ye's former Malibu mansion. Ye is the rapper known formerly as Kanye West. Tony Saxon, hired as a project manager to work on the property, is suing Ye for more than $1 million. Saxon claims he was only paid one time and was fired after 7 weeks. He alleges unpaid wages, unsafe working conditions, and wrongful termination. Saxon also said Ye's plans for his $57 million property constantly changed. Ye took the stand on Friday, giving short answers to questions. Both sides have rested their case. Closing arguments are set for Monday. Pop star Harry Styles has released his 4th studio album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. The project dropped March 6, 2026, marking his first full album in nearly 4 years. Early streaming numbers are already huge, with about 63 million Spotify streams in the first day, making it one of the biggest music debuts of the year. Back to you at the desk, Abby.
Thank you, Zach. Coming up, an important night for the Thunder as SGA looks to tie a nearly 65-year-old record. Stay with us.
Sometimes it makes everything funny. sometimes it's nothing to laugh about. Weed. It's funny like that. And unlike alcohol, with marijuana, there's no legal limit. So even if you don't feel high, you could get a DUI. No matter how much weed you've had, don't get behind the wheel, because driving impaired is illegal, and that's no joke.
Hooves up, roll Chos. Today's a great day to cheer on the Broncos.
Happy Monday, my people. I'm Phil Rodriguez, and we've got a short sports block today, but I've got something tasty for you afterwards. Let's get into it. So first up, Central Oklahoma freshman Madison Hamilton is your MIAA Pitcher of the Week. And if you watched her Saturday, you know exactly why. Broncos were down 5-2 in Game 1 against Drury when Hamilton came out of the bullpen and shut the Panthers down cold, throwing 3 scoreless innings with only 1 base runner and with 1 strikeout. UCO couldn't complete the comeback, but Hamilton gave them every chance to. But then the next day, the Hinton, Oklahoma native came right back out and started Game 2. All she did was pitch a complete game with 8 strikeouts, no walks on the way to a 3-2 win for the 14th ranked Broncos. That gave UCO the split, and Hamilton earned her first collegiate win. Number 14 UCO hosts Texas A&M International this Friday at 2 o'clock. Now, 64 years ago, Wilt Chamberlain did something no one in NBA history has done since: score 20 points or more in 126 consecutive games. Tonight in Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes for 126 himself. No one else has even sniffed triple digits. Oscar Robertson stopped at 79. Jordan and Durant could only hit 72. The record sat untouched for over 6 decades until now. Chamberlain averaged 49 points a game during his streak, a little higher than SGA's average of 32 points. But Shai's doing it a different way, with counters, angles, and the kind of quiet ruthlessness that doesn't always show up on the stat sheet. Tonight, Golden State stands in the way, and given their very injury-depleted roster, it feels like he's got a good chance. Tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. tonight on Peacock or FanDuel Sports Network. Now, guys, it's a big night for SGA and the Thunder. What's going to be your go-to game time snack for Thunder games?
Well, I usually settle down with some pizza. Zach?
Well, I'm a big hot chips guy, so hot Cheetos or Takis, and I'm going to eat them all. Thanks, Phil.
Well, coming up, spring break is around the corner, and we are finding the best spots to travel for the week.
And Elijah DePona will have her last look at weather after the break.
The University of Central Oklahoma grows and thrives. We move to meet our students where they are and get them where they want to go. Over time, thousands of students have made the move to UCO. They come to pursue their passions and find their calling, to improve their lives, families, and communities. UCO moves and motivates students in and out of the classroom. Here, potential takes flight. Our students' curiosity ignites a spark that fuels transformation. Oklahoma's Metropolitan University, the university that hasn't stopped moving since 1890. In fact, we are gaining momentum. This is where movement is. This is the University of Central Oklahoma.
Spring break is next week, and if your travel budget is low, have no fear. Our own Phil Rodriguez has plenty of ideas for our spring break travel in our great state, even if you're low on spare cash. First up is some secret sweet treats in Tulsa.
It's a secret. Behind me in this beautiful Airstream trailer is Super Secret Donuts, owned by Hawaii transplant Milton Perry, who is the head chef, owner, and proprietor of this wonderful business that makes gourmet donuts with a brioche dough base that absolutely melts in your mouth. He's got all kinds of unusual flavors, from garlic sesame, fig cheese and pear, to sort of more standard pairings like a strawberry crunch or a salted caramel donut that is just unbelievable. We drove all the way up here to Tulsa just to try it. It is more than worth the trip and more than worth waking up for.
Perry started frying donuts and testing flavors in his father-in-law's garage in Broken Arrow 10 years ago, using his wife's friends and family as unofficial focus groups. I sat down with him to talk about how he makes the donuts and what's coming in the future.
This was a 10-year dream. Now that you're living it, what's the gap between what you imagined and what it actually is, good and bad?
Like I said, if you're bootstrapping a company, you have a lot of ideas that you're like, oh, this actually takes a lot of runway to be able to execute this and that idea or whatever, so it's like the donuts are here and the story is here a little bit, but so much of the brand I envisioned for Super Secret Donuts just has not been fully executed yet. Just because it takes time and it takes money, Over the next year, people will see SSD develop into a more full version of itself, just because things take a little bit of time. And then I would say over the next 5 years, not that will be different, but it'll be a much more fleshed out and fulfilled version of what it is now.
Perry says he found a winning dough in brioche, a rich and tender French viennoiserie, which is basically a fancy word that means somewhere between bread and pastry.
The brioche dough is a deliberate choice that sets you apart. Walk me through that decision. What does brioche do that other doughs can't?
Brioche has a lot more body to it. Actually, the first gourmet donut that I had was from a Keller restaurant in Yountville called Bouchon. Bouchon's their bakery, and they had a brioche donut, and I tried it, and I was like, this isn't that great. But
I could do this better.
I don't know if I could do it better, but I did think oh, that's interesting. And so I was like, what if I use brioche? Because one thing I recognized from it was it's got so much body. It gives you room to play with these crazier ideas and wild kind of layered flavors without feeling like a sugar bomb. It's the donut can compete with whatever kind of flavors you throw at it. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to do brioche.
Super Secret Donuts is located behind Mother Road Market off of Lewis Avenue, and they're open every Friday through Sunday, 7 a.m. till either noon or sell out, whichever one comes first.
So if you want to try these amazing donuts, come on up to the Mother Road Market, find the Airstream in the back, tell Milton that Phil sent you. For UCentral News, I'm Phil Rodriguez.
Thanks, Phil. Elijah DePona has our last look at weather.
Hi there, last point with your last look at weather. As we look on Monday today, we're going to have a great day, but as we get to this Tuesday, that's the thunderstorm. One is going to be in the afternoon, right? We're going to have 55% chance of rain. If you do have a rain jacket, keep it on you, right, for those days, because the days after that, it's going to be sun galore. I'm talking about 64, 65, 67, all the way up to 80 degrees on the weekend, and it was going to dip right back down on Sunday, okay? So right back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Elijah. Now, we do have some severe weather coming in tomorrow, so we want to make sure we're weather aware.
Yes, always being weather aware and always staying safe.
Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Abby Avers.
And I'm Zach Sexton. Have a good night.